Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei was the reincarnation of Anu's Voldigoad Part 1. Before we start, please go support John354 for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Issei is a male. The human world finds out about the supernatural, and over time they come together and end up creating a magic school in the human world for humans or other races. New life. Anas, I can finally rest in peace, Yusha. Yusha, if there is finally peace with you dead, everything will be over. Anas, ha ha ha, there will never be peace. At that, Anas falls to the ground. And the hero and company leave a few minutes later. Anas, since everyone thinks I'm dead, why not give them that pleasure? Even though I'll lose 10% of my power, I'll go to another world and be reborn and live in peace. At that, Anas begins to create a spell and then closes his eyes for a moment. Nurse, congratulations, gentlemen, he is a healthy child. Am I? His name will be Issei and he will be a handsome man in the future. Anas, yes, I want a quiet life. Why not grow naturally so I can regain the power I lost? That's how time goes by. Anas was in his crib thinking. Better, said Issei. Issei, as I see it, my family is made up of magicians. They don't have great power. And that's because humans found out how supernatural demons and other races would be. But I'm surprised that the demons here are somewhat weak. Well, after a while they created a school for future magicians and other classes. And there are also those things called sacred gear, although I won't lie, some are weak. I have two older sisters, one is called Akira and the other is Juliet. In addition, they are twins and they are 3 years old. Despite being so young, they have potential. Thanks to those two sacred gear they have. At that, Issei stopped thinking and fell asleep. 5 years later. Issei, wow, time flies. My sisters have already discovered their sacred gear. One has Drake and the other has Tiamat. They're not bad, really. When they turn 15, they'll enter the academy. They're being directed by the 3 factions. Akira, Issei, if we leave you will miss us. Juliet, yes, tell us. Issei, the truth is that I have a little fun with you. Be strong in the future because I will catch up with you. Akira, yes, little brother, you will, and we will become strong. Issei, alright, I'm leaving. And so he left. Juliet, we have a big little brother who is calm and everything. Akira, yes, I will protect him in the future, you will see, I will be strong. Juliet, I say the same thing. At that time Issei was already 16 years old. Me, our son is leaving us. Pi, son, I am proud of you. I wish you luck on your journey. Issei, thanks, but only Ko will go since the Magic Academy is there. Pi, be careful with some young demons, you know how arrogant they are. You see, power drives them crazy. Issei, if you listen, they haven't told my sisters that I'm going, right? Am I? No, because you want to surprise him. Issei, sure, it will be fun to see their faces. Pi, yes, I was also surprised that they had joined an entourage of one of the most famous clans, such as the Gremry and Citri clans. Am I? Yes, and the good thing is that the academy is linked to the university, so you will see your sisters there often. Pi, and tell me, son, will you join an entourage? Even if you have little magic power, they will accept you as one. Issei, you know I don't like being bossed around, maybe I'll end up creating my own entourage in the end. Pi, that's how it will be, son, and I hope you only have women. Me, don't tell our son that, he's beautiful, any woman would want to be with him. Issei, well, I have to go, I'll come see you when I can. At that, Issei gives his parents a hug and gets on the train. He could use teleportation magic, but he prefers a quiet trip. On the train. Issei, what awaits me at that academy? As far as I know, there are also competitions and whoever comes first has the right to some evil pieces. I could create my own, but it's better the old-fashioned way. I'll see. In that I spent 2 hours. When I arrived at the academy there were many people ready to take the test as well. Issei, wow, there are a lot of people, I hope to get in. Although I don't want to stand out, I'll see what I do. Director, my name is Sirzek Gremry, one of the leaders of the faction and the Mao Lucifer as well. For years the supernatural has been discovered to humans, and we have had a good reputation. Well, saying that, I wish you luck in your trials. At that, all the students went to their respective classrooms for exams. Examiner, good morning, young people. I will be your examiner. The level of this academy is divided from rank D to rank S, where most of the high-class devils and angels and fallen ones and some magicians are. Well, your first test is to see how much magical power you have. At that, they called all the students, and the last one was Issei. X, good on you there. In that, Issei does it, but he puts himself at a low level. X, interesting, you are in rank B, you have potential. Issei, thank you. And with that, Issei was sure to take the written exam, getting acceptable answers to be in an acceptable class without problems. Everyone was already heading to the Gremry family hotels that are lent to students while they wait for the results. Issei, well, the results will come tomorrow afternoon. What do I do? I think I'll go pay my sisters a visit. At that, Issei leaves his room and looks for his sisters Aura and finds them not far from there. They are in a restaurant. That's when Issei arrives. Waiter, excuse me, sir, the restaurant is reserved by the Gremry and Citri families, so could you please leave? Issei, yes, but my older sisters belong to one of those groups. Waiter, we're tired of hearing that excuse. You can leave by hook or by crook, I'll call security. Issei, since I'll call them to come, I wanted to surprise them, but since... At that, Issei calls. Gremry's and Citrus table. Akira, well, Asia, how does it feel to be in an entourage? Asia, well, thanks to my sacred healing gear I was able to enter Class A. Juliet, yes, and you are with Rias, ha, you should have come with me, and Sona is not like that, Sona. At that point Akira's phone rings, putting a big smile on his face. Akira, little brother, what's wrong? It's weird that you call me. At that point Juliet gets up and takes the phone from him. Juliet, do you miss your sisters already? Akira, he called me Ami. Issei, Akira wanted to surprise but I couldn't. Akira, what do you mean? Issei, well, better come to the entrance, they don't want to let me in since they say I'm not your brother. At that, Issei hangs up. Juliet, what's happening? Something's happening. Akira, Issei is here. Juliet, where? Akira, we go quickly at the entrance. At that point the two of them ran off at great speed. Asia, who is Issei? Rias, he's his younger brother but we've never seen him. Sona, yes, maybe today. Meanwhile with Issei. Waiter, you've been taking too long, you better get out of here before. At that point Akira and Juliet were standing behind the waiter with serious faces. Akira, before what? Waiter, Miss Akira, who brings you here? Akira, my little brother called me, so get out of here before I get angry. At that the waiter almost flew away. Issei, you should stop doing that. Akira, well, it's always like this, he. And well, tell me, what are you doing here? Issei, I came to enroll in the academy, I was bored. Juliet, but our parents didn't tell us you were coming, we would have waited for you at the train station. Issei, I wanted it to be a surprise but it was ruined, and I also see that I came at a bad time. Akira, that doesn't matter, come, I'll introduce you to the entourage. Issei, good. At that the sisters had one of Issei's arms, almost pulling him, although he didn't care about the truth. Aika, girls, let me introduce you to my little brother. Issei, nice to meet you, my name is Hayata Issei and thank you for taking care of my older sisters. Leaving the girls surprised. Juliet, look, Issei, this is Sona Citri and I'm her pawn. She's the student council president. And these are her entire entourage. All, it's a pleasure. Aika, she is Rias Gremry and I am her pawn too, and she is the president of the occult club. Just remove Zenobia and Issei. All, nice to meet you. Issei, still good, I have to go, it's late. Aika, but you just arrived. Issei, I just came to say hello. Tomorrow I have things to do and in the afternoon I'll wait to see what class I'm in. Bye. And with that Issei left the restaurant. Rias, you have a cute brother Akira. Akeno, they had it well hidden, right? Jujuju. Akira, not only that I already know what you are like, and it is better that you don't even approach him. You already have a partner, and don't deny it. Juliet, yes. Rias, I was just saying it out of courtesy, you know we love Razor. After how we beat him 2 years ago he changed and now he's a good person. And well we decided to give him a chance and well it turned out well with Akeno and Kaneko and Asia over time. The only thing missing is you, Akira. Akira, you know the reason why I became a demon and half-dragon. Kaneko, perverted. Akira, why do I deny it if it's true? Juliet, it's true that we are here to have nothing that connects us to Issei, only the last name. Saji, when their fan clubs find out it will be the end of the world. Juliet, as if we care. That's how the night ended. Akira 19. Juliet 19. 2. Issei, so Class B, well it was known that it is not bad, well it is in the standards. The uniform is not bad. If I remember correctly, red is only for Class S and white for AYB and blue for the rest. I like this color. With that, he puts everything away and goes to sleep for his first day of school. Issei, well let's see what awaits us today. At that Issei puts on his new uniform. Issei, not bad, he likes it, good, what awaits us today. At that Issei headed towards the academy so as not to be late. At the entrance were his two sisters. Issei, good morning Erika and Juliet. Akira, Issei, you look good in your uniform. Juliet, yeah, we'll be the same, doesn't that make you happy? Akira, you're right, I'm jealous. Issei, okay, can you guide me to Class B please? I don't know this school. Akira, okay, let's go. Why is that nobody walking around with two of the academy's beauties? When he sees it we'll just make him pay. You're right, I support you. And so it continued. The sisters listened to everything and were about to do something but Issei stopped them. At that point they arrived at Issei's classroom. Akira, good, we arrived. We will come at lunchtime. Have a nice day. Juliet, yeah, see you Issei. With that the sisters left, and Issei entered the classroom. Minutes later his teacher entered. When the students saw her, there were only screams from the men. Well, I will be your main teacher of this class. You will have others like some who will help you evolve your sacred gear and swordsman too. And for those who don't know, my name is Penemu, it's a pleasure. Penemu, if you have any questions, speak up. Because she wanted to be a teacher. Penemu, I was bored in Grigori and came here. Most of them had a drop of sweat. Penemu, well, with that clear, let's start classes. That's when he started giving theories and all that. Penemu, okay, now for practice, let's go to the practice room. In that most used their sacred gear, used their skills were average in the eyes of Penemu as well as swordsmen and some magicians. Penemu, okay, next is Haida Issei, come forward. Issei, here. Penemu, what is your element? Issei, fire. Penemu, go ahead. In that Issei walked and some. What could he do if almost no one has magic? I don't know why he is in this class. You're right, maybe just because he's the brother of Akira-senpai and Juliet-senpai. And so they continued to murmur. Penemu thoughts those boys are right, their magic power is weak, how could they have passed the tests? You both mention Issei in front of the target. Everyone had their mouths wide open from the huge explosion that even Penemu caused. Issei, well done. Penemu, since you did it without using magic circles and also because with your mouth. Issei, I didn't feel like using one and I wanted to burp and I took advantage. Well, I'm leaving. At that Issei left, leaving the class still surprised. Penemu, that boy is interesting, I'll have someone to take the boredom away with. At lunchtime. Akira, Issei, I heard that you caused a huge explosion in practice, it's true. Issei, yes. If not, they would never stop talking about why I am in a high class despite having little magic power. Juliet, it's a good job, Issei. Cram them together to make fools of them. Akira, she's right, so it's okay, he he he. Issei, yes, and tell me where the first entry Class B building is. Juliet, I'll guide you on the way out, don't worry. Issei, I see. Could you tell me about Professor Penemu? She's strong from what I see. Akira, she is a cadre of Grigori, she is very strong and was in the war against God. Issei, Thoughtsome here in this world is strong, but the strongest person, or rather dragon in this world, and that great red would force me to use 30% of my power is a challenge. But I don't want to fight. Juliet, Issei, what's wrong? Issei, nothing, I was just thinking about some things. That's when lunch happens and Issei was on his way to class until someone stops him. Penemu, Issei, follow me, we have to talk. Issei just nods and they go to the teacher's room. Penemu, Issei, why do you hide your power? Issei, if I didn't hide it I would have a lot of problems and I don't want to deal with it yet. Penemu, how much power you have hidden? Issei, around 40%. By lying to the truth you have hidden almost 100%. Only 0.01% is free. Penemu, if you used it you would be in the upper class with the others. Issei, I came to this academy just to take care of my sisters, nothing more. Penemu, what a dedicated brother. Issei, I like peace and quiet and from what I see, you won't give it to me. Penemu, it could be like that. Issei, you look like you like to tease people. I've seen it before. Penemu, wow, you're good, he, I'm more interested in you. Issei, you think that by seducing me you will achieve something. Penemu, maybe so. Issei, you better stop because the one who ends up falling in love will be you. Penemu, we'll see about that, Issei. Issei, same here. Well, I'm leaving. At that Issei leaves the room. Penemu, you are interesting, Issei, you are right, in the end I will be the loser. The day passed and it was time to return to the dorms. Juliet, come on Issei. Believe it or not, Dorm A and B are the same. Except that the new students are on the first floor, the second years on the second floor, and the third years on the third floor, and I'm going to my first year of university on the fourth floor. For those who go higher up, it is another building. Issei, I understand. Juliet, and since I have my contacts, you'll be in my room, since here you have to have roommates. But I don't like it, I've never had one. Now you'll be one. Issei, I saw it coming, honestly. Juliet, you don't want to be with me. Issei, the truth is that an acquaintance is better than a stranger. They then go up in the elevator to the fourth floor and arrive at room 333. Issei, it looks like an apartment, it even has a kitchen. Juliet, yes, but almost everyone eats in the dining room. Issei, well, I don't you know. Juliet, I know you only like home-cooked food, and don't worry, I'm friends with the chef and I can make you breakfast in the dining room every day. And Akira will have lunch and I'll have dinner. Issei, thank you and sorry for all the trouble I caused. Juliet, it doesn't matter, it makes me happy to see you smile when you eat it, that's why we practiced a lot for this moment. Issei, I know and thank you, I won't waste any of it. Juliet, if you go take a bath and I will go too, each room has its own bathroom. And then we'll go to the dining room to have dinner. At that, everyone heads to their room. Issei unpacked and arranged everything with a single snap of his fingers. He took a bath and left, and went with his sister. Already in the dining room, Issei was at a table waiting. And his sister arrives with his favorite food, a hamburger. Issei, what I like the most, thank you. Juliet, it's to welcome you. At that Issei takes the fork and was about to start eating when, as a middle-class person like you, you should have the honor of eating something prepared by Juliet-sama. If you do not deserve such food. Then a group of boys took Issei's plate and ate it all. After that, they threw the empty plate at him. Juliet, how dare you eat what I worked so hard to prepare for my dear little brother? She was about to tie them up but Issei stopped her. Issei, calm down. At that Issei gives them a death look that scares them all and they all run away. Issei, I know it's rude to say this, but could you prepare another one for me? At that, Juliet calms down and smiles. Juliet, sure, wait, I won't be long. At that point, he gets up and heads to the kitchen. Juliet, I swear they will pay for this. I remember all their faces and I will get my revenge. Tiamat, what an insecurious carrier I got. Juliet, well, I don't deny it, so I hope you can help me, friend. Tiamat, poor kids, what awaits them? With that, she finished and returned and saw Issei eating with a slight smile that she could see already in the room ready to sleep. Someone knocks on Issei's door. Issei, something's wrong, Juliet. Juliet, we haven't slept together in a while. Issei, it's okay since you made me your favorite. At that, Juliet enters and lies down, and Issei turns off the lights and goes to bed too. Juliet, Issei, hug me, yes. Issei, sure, come. In that, she goes to Issei and gives him a big hug and slowly falls asleep. A few seconds later, the same goes for Issei until the next day comes. P.3. Issei, you slept well. Juliet, yeah, it's been a while since I slept like that. Issei, may I ask you a question? Juliet, tell me. Issei, because they entered an entourage. Juliet didn't know what to answer. Issei, if you don't tell me the truth, I'll get angry. Hearing those words, I panicked. Juliet, I said less we wanted to be with you. Issei, in what sense? Juliet, as a couple, you know that when you become a demon you lose half of your genes, and we are also half dragon. We did it to be with you. Issei, I understand. Juliet, you're not angry or disgusted by this. Issei, not at all, you did a lot just for me, how could I hate you? I feel happy. Juliet, then we will be together forever. Issei, of course that was the idea from the beginning, right? Juliet, yes, I love you. Issei, I say the same. At that, Issei gives her a hug that she accepts with great joy. Issei, I plan to have my own entourage in the future. Juliet, you will participate in the tournament. Issei, yes, and I will win. I would have liked for them to be in my entourage, but that won't be possible anymore. Juliet, yes, I know, but we will strive to become high-class devils and then be free. Issei, but for that you will also have your evil pieces. Juliet, that doesn't matter, so you save us 2 pieces, you heard. Issei, okay. We'll go take a shower and we'll go down to have breakfast, I'm hungry. Juliet, I'm okay, I'll see you downstairs, I'll give you a quick bath and go make you breakfast. Issei, thank you. At that, Juliet quickly gets up and leaves. Issei, well, if they are happy, I'm glad, I like to see their smiles. At that, Issei got up and went to take a bath. Later, he went down the elevator to the dining room. Juliet, just in time, come. Issei, it looks delicious, thank you. In that, the two have breakfast with a very happy Juliet. After that, they both leave the building heading to classes. On the way, they found Akira. Akira, why so happy, Juliet? Juliet, well, sleeping with Issei felt very comfortable. Akira, how envious. Juliet, and I also told him why we are in the entourages. Akira, wait. At that, he looks at Issei. Issei, it doesn't bother me, I'm glad to know that you did so much for me. At that, Akira gives him a big hug too. Akira, okay, you guys go to class, I'll be there later. Juliet, where are you going? Akira, I'll go back to the dorm to make a better lunch to celebrate. That's where you go, where you jump. Juliet, okay, let's go, Issei, it's a little late. And so they both left already in Issei's class. Penemu, well, today we will all go out to the gym where you will have sword classes. At that, everyone changes except Issei and everyone goes to the gym. At that, Penemu approaches Issei. Penemu, because you're still wearing your uniform. Issei, I feel comfortable like this, and I don't like using the sword much. Penemu, you are so bad. Issei, I'm neither good nor bad, I'm just not attracted to you. At that point, they both arrived at the gym, surprising everyone present. Penemu, I didn't know you were a teacher, Griselda, who wasn't always with Gabriel. Griselda, she asked me, you know how it is. Penemu, I don't deny it, I know her well. Griselda, but I'm already here and tell me, is this your class? As I see it, there are no talented ones. Penemu, yes, even though they are Class B, there is a boy who is interesting. Griselda, who? At that Penemu points at Issei. Griselda, because I don't feel anything in it. Penemu, that's the problem. Look, I'll show you a video. In this he teaches her about the practice of magic, impressing Griselda. Griselda, and without a magic circle that is unique. Penemu, yes, so don't underestimate him. At that Griselda put everyone to work and began to look for Issei, and did not see him. Griselda, Penemu, you know where that boy went. Penemu, he's outside, he left a while ago. Griselda, because you didn't stop him, he's your student. Penemu, right now he is your student, not mine, and he doesn't pay attention to the truth. At that the two go out to the patio and see Issei sleeping. Griselda approaches to wake him up. Griselda, you should be in class, not here. Issei, I don't like that class. Griselda, I can take that as an insult. Issei, not only do I not like using swords. Griselda, let's make a deal. Issei, I'm listening. Griselda, have a fight with me. If I win, you will enter all of my classes, and if you win, you will not say anything. Issei, fine, if I do it, you'll join my entourage in the future. Accept, and we'll do it. That left Griselda and Penemu surprised. Penemu, Issei, you should reconsider, you know she is one of the best in heaven. Issei, I know very well who she is. Well, let's start. At that the two distanced themselves. Griselda, and your sword. At that Issei looks to the sides and picks up a branch. Issei, here it is, let's finish this quickly, I have something to do later. At that point Griselda launched an attack. Being somewhat surprised that he is good, and that a branch fights him. Penemu had her mouth open because of what they were looking at. Issei, well, this ends now. Griselda was confused. When she saw the attack. With the same branch he broke Griselda's sword, leaving her on the ground, somewhat stunned. Penemu was the same way. Issei, well, I won. I hope you're ready to be my next knight in the future. Griselda, yes, you won, but how could you beat me with a branch? Issei, you trust your weapon too much, you should also learn to add durability to your weapon. Well, I'm leaving, sir. At that Issei left Griselda and Penemu alone. Penemu, I told you so. Griselda, yes, but who would have said that he would be so good? Penemu, yes, and tell me how you will explain this to Gabriel now. Hearing that I go blank. Penemu, you were confident of winning, wasn't that right? Griselda, yes, now what will I do, and I can't break a promise. But he said in the future, why? Penemu, I think he's waiting for the tournament where every year they give the right to someone to carry a game. Griselda, do you think he will win? Penemu, I won't lie to you, you better start preparing yourself as a future knight, hee. At that, Griselda was shocked. Meanwhile, Issei, he has talent, if he polishes himself well he can become like my old partner. At that Issei arrives where his sisters are with a slight smile. Akira, you took too long, Issei, what happened? Issei, nothing, just fencing class. Juliet, oh, you speak, where is Griselda, the queen of Gabriel-sama's heart? Issei, yes. Akira, how did it go? Issei, well, it was quiet. Tell me what your levels are for now. Akira, I can use the balance breaker without getting tired, and I can have the juggernaut drive for 10 minutes, since I still have to eliminate the negative. Juliet, let's say it's the same with me. Issei, I see, make an effort, because the truth is I don't want weak people in my entourage. Akira, well, just because you say so. If it were anyone else, they'd be dead already. Issei, I say this for your own good, there are strong threats out there. Juliet, I know we will do the best we can. Issei, good. I've noticed that there is a little movement, and something happens. Akira, I heard from Rias that there will be a meeting with the yokai leader to sign an alliance, and they are making all the preparations. Issei, you say it as if something bad happened. Juliet, the truth is that's how it is. Sona said there are some fallen and renegade demons that are causing a great uproar, and I don't know more. Issei, then there will be a disaster soon. Akira, you could say so. Issei, and tell me Akira, you still don't know who your rival is. Akira, Drake doesn't detect it, it must be far from here. Issei, be careful, those fights are dangerous. Akira, I know, I'll give it my best. They ate, then each went to their class. At the end of class, Issei was called to the office. Penemu, sorry for the inconvenience. Issei, something's wrong. Penemu, more or less you've heard that there will soon be a meeting and that there are attacks. Issei, I've heard a little. Penemu, you have to be careful. Issei, these people are dangerous. Issei, if you get close to me or my sisters, you must be aware of the consequences. Penemu, you must love them very much. Issei, they are my partners. Penemu, and you say it so calmly. Issei, I expected you to exalt me, didn't I? Penemu, I don't deny it, the truth is yes. I even envy how happy they look. Issei, it is my duty to do so. Penemu, I hope we get to that one day. Issei, maybe? Tell me you want to be part of my entourage too. Penemu, how direct as always. And to your question, what do I gain from it? Issei, nothing, just have fun trips in the future. Penemu, I'll think about it. And I'll tell you when that time comes. Issei, I hope it's soon so I can save your space, if not it will be too late, I already have 3 reserved. Penemu, don't tell me about your sisters and Griselda. Issei, yes. Penemu, I'll tell you later if I see something interesting and I'll accept. Don't tell me you want to form an all-girl entourage. Issei, maybe? Penemu, also a harem. Issei, maybe, but only people who love me, otherwise no. Penemu, I like your sincerity, I'll tell you in 2 days, okay? Issei just nods and leaves. Penemu, I'm getting more and more interested in you, Issei, but I want to see how strong you are. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. But I can feel that you are very strong. 4. Issei, well, I thought you would have your own room, Akira. Akira, well, I pulled some strings and I did it. Don't you want me here? Issei, don't talk nonsense, you already know the answer. Akira, I know. At that the 2 sisters hugged Issei to sleep more comfortably. Issei was walking through the academy when he sees 2 figures. Issei, they need something. It's that we are new. Issei, I see, can you tell me your name? Well, I'm Shida Irina and she's my friend Zenobia. Issei, so it was you. How long, Irina? Irina, I know you. Issei, you already forgot the time we slept together, and you didn't want to separate from me the next day. Irina, Issei, it's you, how long? At that point she throws herself on top of him to give him a big hug. Irina, I thought we would never see each other again, much less here. Issei, same here, I see you're an angel now. Irina, you have a good eye as always. Issei, more or less. And although he brings them here, I don't think it's just to study. Zenobia, I don't think I should tell you. Irina, okay, sooner or later you will know, or rather you already know. Issei, if you confirm it to me maybe. Irina, Michael-sama sent us since the sacred swords were stolen. Issei, I see, it must be that cadre, isn't it? Irina, as smart as ever and you're right. Issei, I see, well from what I see, you are in the S class, how many pairs of wings do you have? Irina, I have 4 wings in total, isn't that great? Issei, sure, let's guide you. And so they began to walk. Irina, Issei, who brought you here? From what I see you are in class B. Issei, I was bored and wanted to come here. But it's the same in the end. Irina, you're still the same, it doesn't matter, I like that about you. Issei, and you're still so childish even though that side of you is cute. blushing Irina. They arrive and Issei knocks. Issei, Akira, they are new. Akira, I see, thanks. Issei, well, I'm leaving, good to see you, Irina, take care. At that, Issei leaves. Akira, it's been a while since I saw you, Irina. Irina, I say the same thing. Akira, I see you've been wearing pigtails ever since Issei said he liked them. Irina, I say the same about you. Akira, he, but I already made a progress. At that, Irina fell to the ground in a heap while Akira laughed. And Zenobia just looked on without understanding. Meanwhile, Issei went out to walk around the city. Issei, I don't like being followed. You're finally alone, ha ha ha. Issei, so you are the stalkers of my sisters who want. Since you arrived, they only look at you. If someone tries to talk to one of them, they just throw us out. It's your fault that they've changed so much. We will kill you and then they will go back to doing the same things as before. Ha ha ha, and maybe we'll make them our own, they're really good. That was the last straw for Issei, but he calmed down. Issei, okay, attack everyone together, I'll be standing here without moving a finger. You're so scared you can't move. Let's kill them. In this, everyone takes a step, but in doing so, everyone starts to bleed. There was one left who was all weak. Damn you, what have you done? Issei, nothing, I just didn't do anything, it was the beating of my heart. He couldn't speak because he died. In that, Issei burns all the bodies and walks away. Issei, you should be grateful that I didn't kill you, otherwise I would have gone soft perhaps. Well, it doesn't matter. By then it was already late, and Issei went straight to the cafeteria. Issei, very good as always. Akira, thanks, that makes me happy. Juliet, Issei, you heard that a group of boys disappeared in the afternoon. Issei, no. Akira, in part 1, don't mind that they disappeared, they were very annoying. Juliet, you're right about that. I was tired of them bothering me so much. Issei, if they are so beautiful, what man wouldn't approach them? Akira, but only a man can approach us and have every right to touch us. Juliet, yes, and the only one with that right is you, Issei. Issei, they make me look like I'm a pervert. Then someone else arrives. Irina, wow, Juliet, you've been here for so long. Juliet, fine, but what are you doing here? You shouldn't be in your bedroom, it's just A and B here. Irina, well, I don't have any acquaintances there, so I came here with Issei. Akira, and where will you sleep? Irina, in Issei's room. Juliet, despite being an angel, I don't know if you are very stupid or someone without common sense. Irina, either of the two in heaven along with the factions created this bracelet that allows me not to fall. So I can be with Issei. Akira, you're a pervert, what are you thinking of doing to him? Irina, nothing, it's just that sleeping with him is relaxing. Akira, I don't deny you because it's true. Juliet, I say the same thing. Irina, I can really stay with you, Issei. At that point he realized that he was no longer there. Irina, where is it? Akira, I don't know. Juliet, I didn't even notice when he left. Maybe he went to his room. In that, the three of them almost run to Issei's room, and when they arrive they see him bathed and asleep. Irina, how fast. Akira, true. Juliet, well, let's take a bath and go to sleep too. The other two just nodded. A few minutes later the three of them were sleeping on top of Issei, one in Juliet's arm and Irina in the other, while Akira was on her chest sleeping with a big smile. The next morning. Issei, I feel like sooner or later I'll have to buy a bigger bed. Drake, the way things are going, I say yes. Tiamat, I say the same. Although I would like to be there too. Issei, because Tiamat, you are an interesting person, I am attracted to you. Issei, I see. Hey. Do you guys want to get out of there from time to time? Drake, if only it were that easy. Tiamat, if it were easy I'd be on top of you too. Issei, I can get them out of there and return to their sacred gear whenever they want. Drake, you can do it. Issei, it's like a childless game, and what do they say? Drake, the faster the better. Tiamat, if only I could be with you. In that Issei just touches the two sacred gear and Drake comes out in small size. And Tiamat in human form. Issei, I thought you would come out as a dragon too. Tiamat, I wanted you to see me, so what do you think? Issei, you're cute. Issei was out of bed and left without the girls noticing. At that, Tiamat gives him a hug and kisses him. A few seconds passed and he released it. Tiamat, you know well. Issei, I'm not complaining, tell me how it feels to be free. Tiamat, I feel happy, thank you. Issei, you're welcome, and you Drake. Drake, like never before, when Albion sees me he'll shit himself, ha ha ha. Leaving Issei and Tiamat with a drop of sweat anime style. That's when you wake up the others. Akira, what is that noise? He didn't finish as he looked around him and more others too. Juliet, Issei, who is she? Tiamat, you've already forgotten me, my friend. Juliet, Tiamat is you. Akira, you are Drake. Drake, yep. Juliet, how did they come out? Tiamat, here our man freed us. Akira, wait for us. Juliet, I had forgotten. Akira, what? Juliet, well, thanks to me she also fell in love with Issei, hee hee. Akira, okay. Then we won't be able to use their abilities anymore. Issei, yes, they can come and go as they please. Juliet, Issei, how did you do it? That should be impossible. Issei, for me it's child's play. If I want I can unlock Drake's true powers. That shocked everyone. Drake, you really could? Issei, yes, I could also clean all that evil from there, but I won't. Akira, because... Issei, things are earned with effort. Akira, I don't like women who don't make an effort. Akira, I understand, I'll do my best. Giving a big smile. Issei, fine, but no one should know about this, it's a secret, yes. All yes. 5. Issei, you two can stay here or enter your sacred gear. Drake, I'd rather stay, I haven't stretched my body in a while. Tiamat, I'll go with my partner. With that, she gives Issei a kiss on the cheek and returns. Juliet, I haven't seen her so happy for a while. Irina, Issei, what can you do? Issei, I'll tell you, I can do everything. I can be a demon, or a fallen angel, or an angel. Akira, what? Issei, I'm the only one who does it, I don't follow the rules of this world. Juliet, then you can play all of them. Issei, you could say so. Irina, so you are like a god. Issei, no, he has his limits and I don't. And he's already dead, right? Irina. Irina, yes, but as you know, only the archangels know about it and their cards, like me or Zenobia. Issei, I know a lot of things, Irina, but I don't give it as much importance as you think. Juliet, so you can revive people too? Issei, yes, both alive and zombies. Irina, then you could revive God. Issei, yes I can, but I won't do it. Irina, because... Issei, tell me what would happen if I revived him. Irina, nope. Issei, well, easy, everyone will want to know what magic I use and they will want me to teach them, or if I threaten them and that doesn't please me, or to avoid problems I would leave this world. Akira, to a lonely planet. Issei, of course not, in another dimension there is more than one. Juliet, seriously, how? Issei, they're just like that. And I don't want to go anywhere else for now. In the future, I'll go for my entourage. Akira, what kind of entourage will you create? Issei, I don't know, I'll find out. When I travel. Akira, and we can go with you. Issei, no, you guys belong to one, and it will be a rather long journey, I think. Juliet, take us, yes. It might be fun. Issei, I'll think about it at the time, I think. Irina, you said I think in the end you'll just leave without saying goodbye, right? Issei, I don't know. You will miss me. Irina, Of course you are my partner. Issei, and when I accept that. Irina, maybe you don't want to. Pretending sadness. Issei, I didn't say that either. Irina, so? Issei, only you know that answer. Irina, so it's a yes, you're my partner, and I've been wanting to say that word for a long time. Now we're not equal, aren't we? Akira, yes. Juliet, you better not do anything stupid in the future. Irina, how would I do that to Issei? Issei, okay, enough talk, it's time to leave, it's late. And so everyone prepared for a new day. Issei, Irina, if something happens, call me. You know about that cadre thing, don't act strong. Irina, I know, I told you, don't worry, okay, I'm leaving, take care of yourself. Akira, see you at lunch. Juliet, have a nice day. At that, everyone went to their class except Issei, who was walking until he saw someone. Issei, hello, my knight. Griselda, hello, and don't call me that. Issei, then you don't want to be. Griselda, it's not that, it's just that. Issei, you don't know how to tell the serif, do you? Griselda, yes, I have been with her for many years and… Issei, don't worry, I won't force you to do anything. Go on with your life. But you should know that I won't go to your class. Griselda, so you're telling me I'm not good enough to be in your entourage? Issei, you're good, I don't deny it, but you have a friendship, that's better. Griselda, I see, thanks. Issei, I'll see you later. I have to find a new knight. Griselda, what type are you looking for? I can recommend one to you. Issei, one like you. At that, Griselda blushed at what she heard. Griselda, you're interested in my body, aren't you? Issei, your skill isn't bad at all, but it needs more training. You look at me like a pervert. Griselda, no, and I'm sorry for those words. Issei, okay. Well, bye. And so, leaving Griselda alone and somewhat sad. Griselda, he loves me for who I am. I don't know whether to be happy or sad. Happy that I'll be with Gabriel-sama, and sad that I won't be with him. At that, Issei continued walking, and in the distance he saw someone and turned around, but it was too late. Penemu, where are you going, Issei? I know you're good, but don't let him miss classes. Issei, before that I want to ask you something. Penemu, yes. Issei, which is exactly what Kokubio wants. At that, Penemu became serious and took Issei to the office. Penemu, how much you know? Issei, the basics. Penemu, he wants to create a new war and was not satisfied with the previous ending. Issei, I understand, and why don't they stop him? Penemu, now they are looking for him everywhere, but there is still no sign of him. It is a big problem. Issei, that's why there's a lot of security now in case he wants to attack the academy. Penemu, yes, from the way I see you, you are very calm. Issei, well, if he comes alone, death awaits him for messing with me. Penemu, you're not afraid of anything. Issei, fear only causes one to become weak. Penemu, you may be right. Issei, yes, and excuse me, but when does the tournament start? Penemu, after the holidays it would be, let's say, in 2 months. Issei, I see there's a lot missing, well, that's better. Penemu, to train. There will be strong people in this competition. Issei, not just to relax a little more. Penemu, you are a very relaxed person despite so many things you have to do. Issei, well, you only live once, don't you? Well, that's all. I'm leaving, goodbye. At that point, Issei left to go to lunch. Now with the girls. Irina, hey Issei, why do you never go to class? I saw you through the window, I was walking by there. Issei, it's more relaxing when there's no one bothering you. Irina, well, that's true. Issei, tell me, Irina, what you found. Irina, they haven't hidden anything, I don't know what they're planning. Akira, there are only problems. Juliet, and if he attacks the academy? Issei, that might be their purpose since there are many people of other races around here. It would be a good place to attack. Akira, if you're right. Juliet, Yes, it is about being alert in case something happens. Irina, yeah, well? And tell me, Issei, what are you going to do on vacation? Issei, I'll go home maybe. And those two have to go to the Underworld, hee. Akira, don't remind us. Juliet, yes, we won't be able to see you for a while. Why don't you come with us this time? Issei, I don't know, I'll think about it maybe later. And you, Irina? Irina, I'll go with you to your house. Issei, I see, that's why you asked? Irina, partly yes. Issei, okay, listen, and now that I think about it, why aren't you with your friend? Irina, you talk about Zenobia, she's just likes training, she doesn't talk much. Issei, and you shouldn't train. Irina, I do it in due time. They continued like this until the class ended and everyone went to their own class. Issei, there will be a lot of noise tonight. The girls will be able to handle it. They are strong. At that, Issei returned to his dorm as the other girls were in a meeting with their entourage. While Issei had his eyes closed, a loud explosion was heard throughout the entire schoolyard. Issei, it's here. 6. Issei got out of bed and looked out a window. Issei, there are more of them than I thought. While I looked, there were many fallen as well as demons. Issei, it's a surprise that the devils are linked with Gabriel. What kind of plan does he have in mind? Well, I hope the girls are doing well. As he walked away from the window and started walking towards the door. While some students fought against fallen and demons, and others helped the weaker ones to hide. Irina, there were more. I didn't think Gabriel would have an army. Zenobia, yes. Akira, don't be distracted, this fight isn't easy. Meanwhile, he knocked out one who was behind Irina. Juliet, true, and someone knows something about Issei. Akira, he must be in the room. Irina, they think he's coming. Akira, if I'm honest, he won't help. Irina, because. Akira, he wants to see how strong we are, so he'll just watch. Juliet, you're right, then let's give it our all, isn't it like that, Tiamat? Tiamat, of course, let's show how strong we are. Juliet went on the attack with everything she had. Irina, I'll do the same. As he pulled out his angel wings and created a spear of light as a sword. Drake, they are motivated, aren't they? Akira, I know, and I won't be left behind. While summoning the armor and going on the attack. Somewhere else. Issei, good job girls, I expect a lot from you. While he had a smile and watched everything from the top of a building. Then a fallen man approaches. So there was one hidden here. Issei, you better get out of here, I'll give you the chance. The fallen one was about to attack him. And Issei stops him. Because I can't move. Issei didn't say anything and the fallen man got on his knees. Issei, because you are weak. While snapping his fingers. Killing him without a trace. Issei, it's very weak, but what can I expect from someone with that quality of power? While watching the fight again. Rias, where so many come from, there is no end. Sona, it's true that time the reinforcements will come. Rias, within half an hour some teachers are injured and there are not many students left either. Gabriel, this is very boring, ha ha ha. Rias, shut up, you're just doing this for fun. Gabriel, it could be like that. Then Akira arrives and gives him a big blow to the face while sending him flying. Akira, they're fine. Rias, yes, but you have to be careful, that cadre is crazy. Juliet, we know, but if we stop him, the rest of his army won't know what to do. Sona, you're right then. Irina, we have to attack with everything we have. Gabriel, it's not a bad plan, but confusion is another thing. While I had a big smile and looked at them from the highest point in the sky. Akira, we will defeat you, Gabriel. I trained for years for one reason only and I will not give up now. Juliet, I say the same thing. Both of them go on the attack while the others stop the army with the help of the students and teachers. Issei, alright girls, you can do it, if something happens I'll go. And you Hakuruyokoi have nothing better to do than just watch. At that, someone approaches Issei. Vala, how did you know I was nearby? Issei, since the fight started, wouldn't it be better for you to go and take him as requested? Vala, you know a lot. Issei, I know enough about this world, Lucifer. Vala's eyes widened and he took a step back as no one knew about that except Azazel. Vala, how do you know that? Issei, like I said, I know a lot of things but I don't know anything, it's not what you want. Vala, if you did, I would have to kill you. Issei, I don't think you can. At that, Vala starts laughing. Vala, if you know who I am, you should know how strong I am, right? Issei, you are strong but not enough for me. Vala got angry when he heard those words. But he put on a smile. Vala, then I'll show you how strong I am. At that, Vala activates his armor, but Issei just sighs and Vala remains motionless. Vala, what the hell did you do to me? Issei, nothing, I just hate noisy people, wait there while the girls fight, don't take away their moment. Vala started screaming and Issei just kept screaming silently. Issei, you won't say anything about your wielder Albion. Albion, he's that impulsive, I'm used to it. Issei, I see. Albion, how strong are you really? Issei, I don't know, everything has a limit, right? Albion didn't say anything and just stayed silent. Already in the fight. The girls were facing Kokabeel, he had a few wounds. And the girls were a little tired. Akira, I told you we couldn't. Kokabeel, don't act like a big shot just because it's time to die. Then she creates a large spear and throws it at them, but all together they created a shield and were able to stop it. Akira with great speed together with Juliet went on the attack, giving Kokabeel a great beating, leaving him unconscious. Issei, you did very well, girls, I'm glad. Good, Vala, it's your turn. In that, he releases Vala and sends him flying to where the others are. He alone took Kokabeel's body without saying anything and took it away. Akira, what was that? Drake, I don't even know, they just came and went. Juliet, it's better if we avoid problems this way. Akira, yes, because the truth is I'm tired. That's when Issei arrives and grabs her before she falls. Issei, you did well, I congratulate you, girls. Akira, you saw it. Issei, yes. Juliet, because you didn't help us. Issei, I knew you guys would be able to, I trust in your strength. Irina, but that's a hand. Issei, I did it who they think titled the Hakuryukoi so that it wouldn't bother me. The girl's eyes widened. Akira, now I understand why he just came and left. As he started laughing with the others, Issei just put on a smile. Issei, well, as a reward I'll make dinner, okay? The girls just gave a big shout of joy. And so the four of them went back to the building. Nothing was destroyed since Issei made sure nothing happened to it. And so the night passed. The next day they didn't have classes because they had to fix the damage to the school, so they decided to go to the fair to hang out with the two entourages. Rias, hey Issei, why didn't you help with the attack? Issei, you guys were more than enough. Sona, just for that. Issei, that way they get stronger, there won't always be someone to defend them, or maybe there will. The two just stood there thinking and didn't respond. And so the day passed with great joy from everyone. Issei just watched as they all had fun with a smile. 7. It was a Saturday and they didn't have school so they could leave it. Issei for his part decided to go out to see the city while the girls all went out together. Issei, now that I remember, I heard that they were going to have a meeting with the Nordic faction. As he continued walking, he came to a park and sat on a bench. Issei, someday I'll return to my dimension. I want to see how things have progressed. How many years have passed. There he sat with his eyes closed, passing the days since he didn't have much to do. While he was like that, he felt something ringing and looked in his pants, and it was his cell phone. Issei, Irina for something. Irina, nothing, as you know, the girls and I went out shopping. Issei, yes. Irina, well, since it's late, you don't want to go to dinner with us. Issei looks around and sees that it is already late. Issei, I see. Okay, send me the address. I'll be there in a few minutes. Irina, sure, see you. So hanging up, and seconds later he got a message telling him where the place was. He got up from his seat and started walking towards the place slowly. After 30 minutes he arrived at the place, and there were 4 girls waiting for him. Issei, sorry I'm late, I was a bit far away. Akira, okay, let's go. Restaurant trained. Juliet, Issei has heard about the meeting with the Nordic faction. Issei, yes, because... Juliet, well, the leaders have invited us since we stopped Kokobile, and they want us to be like bodyguards. Issei, you're referring to us, aren't you? Juliet, yes, Irina will go on behalf of Los Angeles. And well, I wanted to know if you want to come. Issei, because I didn't do anything that day. Irina, yes, but it will be a boring place and we want you to go, and it will be the holidays and we can stay there. Akira, maybe you already have plans. Issei, not at all. Then I will go. Juliet, great. Issei, and how long until that meeting? Akira, very much so, since first there will be a youth meeting and I don't like those things. Issei, I understand. While you are there, what will I do? Irina, you can join me and the other leaders. At the meeting. Issei, I don't really like meetings, but it's better than being with arrogant demons. Akira, yes, I know. But all that remains is to endure. Issei, and when we left? Akira, tomorrow. Issei, don't think they noticed me too late. Juliet, well, we wanted it to be a surprise, ha ha ha. Issei, and I took her. Well, I still have to pack something. Irina, don't worry, that's it. Issei just sighed. Issei, they already had everything, right? And where will I stay? Akira, well, you'll stay with me at the Gremery Mansion. Rias gave me permission. Issei, well, since everything is ready, let's eat something. Calling the waiter to order what each person wanted. Irina, hey Issei, I've never seen you fight, what are you good at? Issei, in a little bit of everything, I would say. Akira, we can fight someday, I want to know. Tiamat, I too have not fought with my body for a while. Issei, someday, but I won't make it easy for them. Believe it or not, I don't like losing. Tiamat, either do I. Issei just put on a half smile. Irina, I want it too. Issei, sure. Hey, I have something to tell you. Akira, what's wrong? Issei, after that tournament I'll be gone for a while. That took the girls by surprise. Juliet, where will you go? Issei, to a place I haven't seen in a while. I want to see how things have advanced. Akira, we can go with you. Issei, no. Akira, because. Issei, it's a very dangerous place for you. Your levels are still very low. Tiamat, where would that place be? Issei, a very far away place. If you go, you'll be easy prey. Irina, but if that place is so dangerous, why do you have to go there too? Issei, I know him very well. Akira, okay, and for how long will you be gone? Issei, I don't know, it can be days. Months maybe? Irina, you're not joking. While getting up from the table. Issei, maybe, but well, I'll just go solve some things and I'll be back soon. Irina, you better. Juliet, it's true. Tiamat, these will be long days. Issei, well, since I have never been to the Underworld, you will be my guides. He decided to change the topic so they wouldn't feel sad. That made them happy and they said many places. Issei could only put on a smile. Days passed and it was already the holidays. They left the academy heading towards a train station to go there. Issei, I thought we were going in a magic circle. Akira, well, only high-ranking officials use them and only when it's an emergency. Issei, I see. Issei could very well leave in one, but he didn't want to attract too much attention, and no one knows him in the underworld. As he entered, he saw that the train was elegant. They went to their seats and a few minutes later it started moving. Issei, and Irina, why didn't she come with us? Akira, well, since she is part of heaven she had to do some things and she is also in Michael's deck. Issei, I see. She won't come until the day of the meeting. Juliet, yes. I don't know if he can bear not being with you, hee. Issei, sure we didn't see each other for a few years, some days will be nothing. The two girls just shrugged. Meanwhile in the sky you could see Irina in a training room. Zenobia, Irina, don't you think you train much? Irina, well, I don't have much to do, and there's still a long way to go before we go to the Underworld, so it's good to be prepared, right? Putting on a smile. Zenobia, well, you're right about that. They saw the door open and saw Griselda come in. Zenobia got the chills when she saw her and decided to leave quickly. Irina, Griselda, what brings you here? Griselda, well, I didn't have much to do, and Gabriel-sama is busy right now. Irina, I see. Griselda, I see you've trained a lot because… Irina, I have to accompany Michael-sama to the meeting with the Nordics and train a little. Griselda, I understand, that's good. Irina, can I ask you a question? Griselda, of course. Irina, you teach sword classes at Academy, no? Griselda just nodded. Irina, you know how good Hayate Issei is with the sword. Griselda shivered when she heard that name. She remembered how he easily defeated her with a branch. Griselda, the truth is that it is very good, it defeated me easily. Irina was surprised to learn that. She had no idea of his level. Irina, but how? Griselda, I don't know. But why do you ask me? Irina turned a little red. Irina, well, he's my partner. Griselda was shocked when she heard that. Griselda, and how did you meet him? Irina, we have known each other since we were little and I only recently confessed. Griselda, I understand you wanted to know how strong it is. Irina, a little, but I know he is very strong, he just doesn't want to show it yet. Griselda, I know I was easily defeated. Irina, well, thanks for telling me. I'm going to take a shower because I'm sweating a lot. See you later. Thus leaving the room, leaving Griselda alone. Griselda, what secrets do you keep, Issei? While crossing his arms. 8. The group was arriving at the Gremory mansion. Issei, so this is how the Underworld is, there isn't that much change. Akira, you're right, and that's because there are several humans reincarnated here, so it had to be adapted a bit. Issei, I see. And you, Juliet, shouldn't go to the Citri mansion. Juliet, well, it's better if we're all together. Akira, she doesn't want to go away just like that. Juliet, denying it wouldn't do me any good. Issei, now that I remember. An alliance will be made with the Nordics, right? Akira, yes. Issei, and what will happen to the yokais? Juliet, for now they are just talking about it. Serafal-sama is aware of it. Issei, I see. And where are the other members of your team? Akira, well, they arrived at the mansion earlier since they left by car and I wanted to show you a little bit of the city. Issei, I understand and thank you for the trouble. Akira, no problem, besides we won't have time later. Juliet, yes, since we will go to train with Tannen to improve. Issei, I hope everything goes well. And what will I do? Akira, well, whatever you want. You can go out. Issei, you didn't plan anything for me, honestly. You guys are a bit distracted, but well, I'll see what I do. Juliet, that's good. After an hour of walking they arrived at the mansion. When they entered they were taken to the room where the others were. Rias, they took longer than usual. Juliet, we went to several places. Akeno, and how do you feel about the Underworld, Issei, for your first time? Issei, it's a good place. Venelana, and who is our new guest? Akira, let me introduce you to our little brother, your man is Hayate Issei. Issei, nice to meet you and thank you for letting me stay at your house. Venelana, no problem, The more people, the more lively the house. Issei, I see. Rias, well, since it's very late, let's have dinner, and tomorrow we will go to our training. And what will you do, Issei? Issei, I'll go there. I'll find something interesting. Rias, and why don't you train with some of us? Issei, I don't really like training. Even less fighting. The others didn't say anything. They all got up and headed to the dining room. After a big meal, everyone went to rest. Issei was left alone since his sisters had to get up early, and they didn't want to bother him. Issei, it's a good place, really. And what do I do tomorrow? Lying in bed thinking what to do. Issei, well, tomorrow I'll see what I'll do. Thus falling asleep. The next morning he was having breakfast alone since the patriarchs left early like the others for their training. When he finished, he left the mansion and began to walk through the city. He walked through several places, went to a cafeteria, spent an hour there since there were books there, and read one. As he left, he was passing near an alley until some guys surrounded him. But look who we have here, a human. Issei, you think you're such a big deal for being a reincarnated human. Do you want to die? Just because you have a little bit of magic power doesn't make you a big deal. Issei just let out a sigh. He was tired of dealing with such arrogant people. Issei, I'm a little tired, so I'll let you go. At that the boys looked at each other and started laughing for a while. You're not joking. You think you're going to do something to us? Don't make me laugh. At that point, one of the boys started running at high speed towards Issei, while he just stood there doing nothing. When I was about to hit him, Issei dodged it and hit him in the back of the neck, causing him to fall unconscious. In that, another angry boy goes against Issei with sword in hand, and when he was about to touch him, Issei takes it and destroys it, leaving those present in shock for what he did. After destroying the sword, Issei takes a step forward and hits him in the face, knocking him unconscious. The other boy falls back, all scared. What are you? He said it trembling. Issei, no one you care about. Putting those red eyes that I attend a lot to the reincarnated one who urinated because of fear and fell unconscious. Issei didn't pay attention to it and continued on. Issei could feel someone looking at him, but he didn't pay attention to it and continued on. That boy is strong. Leaving the place too. Issei continued walking until he passed by a park and sat on a bench that was there. As he did so, his cell phone rang. Issei, yes, Irina, what's wrong? Irina, I wanted to talk to you, we haven't seen each other for a while. Issei, it's only been a day, you know. Irina, I know. But anyway, I wanted to know if you're going to the meeting. Issei, maybe I don't have much to do, honestly. Irina, I hope you'll go. I hope we'll see each other again. Issei, okay. Well, see you later. So hanging up the phone. Issei, she's still the same as always, but well, I like that side of her. When he got up from the place not far from there, he felt an interesting magical power, so he went to see. After a few minutes of walking, he arrived. And he sees a blonde girl practicing spell. Issei just looks at her. After a few minutes, the girl notices Issei's presence. How long have you been there? Issei, I'd say about 5 minutes. I see, what are you doing here? Creating a magic circle. Issei, seeing that, just raised his hands. Issei, I won't hurt you, I was just curious about the person who was using magic. But I put up a barrier so that no one would detect me. Issei, and it's a very good barrier, really. You are a powerful person, really. Seriously, but I still have a lot left to do. Issei, you have a point there, but if you keep going like this, you'll go far. But first, my name is Hayata Issei, and yours? Pardon my manners, my name is Leify Pendragon. Nice to meet you. Issei, I see you're from that family, right? Leify, yes. You know so much. Issei, as usual. Hey, I can put my hands down now. Leify, yes, because I see that you have no bad intentions. Issei, Thank you, and well, you will tell me why you trained so much. Leify, I want to be stronger and support my team. Issei, I see. By any chance, is the Hakuryuko on your team? Leify takes a step back upon hearing that. Leify, yes, but how do you know? Issei, if you are with him. You must interact with him since you have a slight aura of him, and also of other people such as an Ikomata and a yokai, and a dragon goddess. Leify's eyes were wide as he heard all of that. Leify, how do you know all that? Issei, I just know. And they plan well. Leify, because I should tell you. Issei, you win maybe. Also, I won't do anything, I promise. But I won't do anything if that Vala doesn't hurt my sister since she's the Sekiryutai. Leify, I see. I can feel that you are sincere. Issei, thank you and good. Leify, we are just helping Ofisama return to the dimensional gaps since she wants silence, and for that. Issei, he needs to defeat Great Red No. Leify, yes. Issei, I see, you know they don't have it easy, he's a very strong guy. Leify, that's why I train more. To be able to help. Issei, well, I can only wish you luck. Leify, if you are a brother of the Sekiryutai, that means you are in an alliance. You will call for reinforcements. Issei, I'm not part of the alliance, but I do help when needed. I'm a neutral person and I don't need anyone to defeat you. Leify, no offense, but you look weak. Issei, and if I prove that I'm stronger than you? I won. Leify, I don't know, it's up to you, but if it's something perverted, you'll die here. Issei, okay. If I win, you'll join my future entourage. Leify, but how will you get so high? Issei, leave that to me, and what you say is right. Leify thought about it for a few seconds and finally accepted since he saw that he couldn't do it since his magic reserves were few. Issei just creates a magic circle in his hand with a small sphere of fire. Leify, feeling the power of that small sphere of power, was scared because it had a lot of magical power. At that, Issei makes her disappear. Issei, well. Leify, you win, but how did you do that? Besides, your magic circle is unique. It's the first time I've seen one like that. With stars in his eyes. Because his fear had passed. Issei, it's just like that. And well, in the end you'll be part of my group. Leify, a deal is a deal and I never break it. But remember that I'm a criminal and you'll get into trouble. Issei, leave that to me. In due time. Well, I think it's time for me to go. Then he gives her a phone number. Issei, if you need anything, call me. Leaving the place quickly. Leify, I think I'll learn a lot of things from him. He also has a different kind of magic. Putting on a smile after that, he also left the place. 9. It had been a few days since Issei met Leify, and he continued his routine of exploring the underworld without any further disturbance. He was walking towards his sister's training place. In the distance he could see some explosions. He stayed still until they ended. After a few minutes they stopped, and I continued walking towards them as I could feel their auras. When he arrived he saw them with some injuries and their clothes somewhat destroyed. Issei, I see you're doing well. At that point they both turn around and see him. Akira, Issei, it's a surprise that you are here. Do we miss you? Juliet, it hasn't been many days, you know. Issei, then I'll be leaving. Danful takes a step back at that. The two girls take his hand. Akira, we missed you. Issei, me too, and well, I just came to see how you were doing. Juliet, the truth is that we are doing very well, aren't we, Tiamat? Coming out of the sacred gear as he did so, he gave Issei a hug. Tiamat, I miss you, and yes, she has made a great progress. Issei, I'm glad, and how are you? Tiamat, it tells me a little bit since I was locked up for a long time. But little by little I'm remembering my level. Issei, I understand. At that they heard some footsteps, and Issei looked up and saw the dragon. Tannen, so you're the brat they're talking about. Issei, nice to meet you, my name is Issei. Tannen, my name is Tannen too. I was surprised to see Drake and Tiamat free and they told me it was you. Issei, well, it's not something very difficult to do. Tannen boy, I can feel that you hide your power very well. Issei, you're the first person to notice. Tannen, well, I haven't lived this long for nothing. I'm surprised Drake hasn't noticed, or Tiamat. Tiamat, I am regaining my strength. Drake, I say the same thing, and it's a bit difficult for me. Akira, how strong is Issei Tannen? Tannen, it's too hard for me to know. But from what I feel, he's on par with a Mao. The others were surprised upon hearing that, and looked at Issei. He just had a calm face. Because that's his base level. Juliet, Issei, how did you get so strong? Issei, training I would say. But I don't like fighting. Akira, you know this way it will be harder to beat you. Issei, and that's the reason why you're here to train. Juliet, you'll see that we'll beat you. Issei, I'll be waiting for that day. Well, I have to go. Tiamat, so soon. Issei, they keep improving like that. Tannen, take care of them. Tannen just nods at that. Issei approaches the girls and gives them a kiss on the forehead and then walks away from the place. As he leaves the valley, he walks calmly until he feels another presence in the distance, only this time it is stronger. He deviates from his path and goes into the forest. When he arrives, he sees a girl practicing. Issei, this is new. At that, the girl turns around. How did you enter my forest? I didn't feel you. Issei, you know, this is the second time they've told him that. But well, my name is Hayate Issei. Seraphal Leviathan. Seraphal, how do you know my name? Issei, you are one of the founders of the academy, it was obvious, right? Seraphal, so you study there. But I'm surprised you've entered this forest. Since it's the Leviathan family's land and well, the animals aren't very friendly. Issei, maybe they like me. Seraphal, maybe. And what do you want? Issei, I came from seeing my sister's training and well, I felt a great power coming from here. And as a result you. But your clothes leave a lot to be said. Seraphal, it's my break from all that work. And it has to be bad. Issei, it doesn't look very good on you at all. Seraphal, thank you. If you study at the academy, what level are you at? Issei, I'm second year class B. Seraphal, how did you get into that class? I sense very little power from you. Issei, I don't like standing out. I prefer some quiet. Seraphal, I see, so why did you go to the academy if there's nothing peaceful there? Issei, there are my sisters. I went for them. Seraphal, and they would be. Issei, one is in your sister's entourage, which is Juliet, and the other is the Gremry entourage, which is Akira. Seraphal, oh, that's them. I kind of know them, they're very strong. Issei, I know. And you'll have to tell me why you're dressed like that. Seraphal, it sounds like you're scolding me. But anyway, your question is because I have a show and I'm practicing. Issei, I see. Good for you. Well, I'm leaving. I have to continue. Seraphal, and what will you do? Issei, I've been spending all these days getting to know the Underworld since everyone is training. Seraphal, I understand, but why don't you train? It would be of great help to you. Issei, I'm fine. I don't like training. Seraphal, it's not good to depend on your sisters. Issei, I don't depend on them. I can take care of myself. Seraphal, yeah, right? Why don't you fight me? Issei, I didn't think you'd like to fight. Seraphal, and so it is. But you have to face how the world is, someone won't always save you. Issei, and what would I gain by fighting you? Seraphal, it's up to you. But if you lose, you'll be training all day. Issei, sounds good. If I win, you'll join my future entourage. Seraphal, you plan to win the tournament, you should know that it is difficult. Issei, if I don't try, I won't know. Seraphol, you should know that killing is allowed. Issei, then you accept it. I know you are a Mao without an entourage. Seraphol, okay. Both of them get into an attack position. In that Issei moved at great speed, surprising Seraphol. She barely managed to defend herself from the blow. Seraphol, where did you get so much strength? Issei, just because I have little magic doesn't mean I depend on it. Seraphol creates several ice spears and launches them towards Issei. Issei just creates fire arrows, causing both arrows to be destroyed. At that, Issei raises his arm and creates a large sphere of fire, leaving Seraphol in shock since she had a lot of power. At that point, he decides to give up since he couldn't defend himself against her. Issei just deactivates her. Issei, wait a little longer, more of you, you know. Seraphol, I could feel so much power in that sphere. How you made it, and with so little power? Issei, luck perhaps. Seraphol, you're bad for not saying it. Pouting, and Issei just put on a half smile. Issei, I'm glad to have a new partner. Seraphol, upon hearing that, opened her eyes wide as she had forgotten. Issei, you forgot, didn't you? Seraphol, yes, but don't worry, I will comply. Issei, you know I can't force you. If you don't want to, just say so. Seraphol, before maybe. But you're an interesting person, it'll be fun to be with you. Issei, I see. Then I hope we get along well, Seraphol. Seraphol, same here. And tell me, do you want me to show you more of the city? Issei, I don't think you'd get much attention like that. Besides, you're a Mao and you'd get more attention if you were with a human. Seraphol, the opinion of others has never mattered to me, you do. Issei, not at all. Then we're leaving. Seraphol just nodded and they both started walking and talking and getting to know each other better. 10. Days passed and everyone was already gathered in the Gremory mansion since they had finished their training. Akira, they were long days, but we can finally be with you, Issei. While I had him hugged just like Juliet. Juliet, it's true, they were very long days. Issei, I see. But you shouldn't go change, the meeting will be soon. Juliet, it's true, but I don't feel like going. Issei, you have to do it. Besides, I haven't seen Irina for a while, so I'll leave early. Akira, you're not going to wait for us. Issei, the truth is that you take a long time, so I'll go ahead. Taking a few steps, he just snaps his fingers and leaves the place. Juliet, he left us. Akira, yes, but you're right. You haven't seen Irina. Let's get changed quickly and leave. Juliet, okay. Going to the room. Meanwhile, Issei was appearing behind Irina. Issei, hello Irina. When she heard that voice, she was scared because she didn't feel anything. She turned around and was surprised. Irina, Issei. Giving him a big hug. Irina, I didn't feel your presence when you arrived. Issei, not long ago. And things are going well. Irina, well, I came earlier to arrange things. Michael-sama will come later, as will the rest of the leaders. Issei, I see, and how much longer do you have? So we can go out for a walk. Irina, not much. Give me a few minutes. Giving her a kiss and happily going about her business. After a few minutes I was coming back. Irina, I'm ready now. Issei, good. Let's see what's good about the place. My sisters and the rest will be here soon. Irina, I haven't seen them for a while. As they walked through the place, they arrived at the large hall and there were few people there. They both went to a table and sat down. Issei, and what did you do all this time? Irina, well, I just trained. So I didn't think about you much. They were long days, you know. And what did you do? Issei, the truth is I just explored the entire Underworld. Irina, wow, and you knew everything. Issei, yeah? It wasn't that easy, but it was fun. Irina, Issei, you are going to participate in that tournament where the winner takes a set of evil pieces. Issei, yes, because... Irina, You should know that in those battles you can't even kill. Issei, I know. Irina, and yet you're still going to participate. Issei, don't you trust me? Irina, of course I do. But I'm afraid something might happen to you. Issei, don't worry, I'll be fine. Plus, I already reserved like 4 pieces. Irina, how fast and for whom? Issei, 2 for my sisters, 1 for a magician and 1 for someone fun. Irina, I see, I would like to be there but you should know. Issei, don't worry, I'll always be with you. Except after the tournament. Irina, where will you go? Issei, I'm going to a place I haven't visited in years and I want to know how things are going. Irina, and I can go with you. Issei, I'll go alone, it's a very dangerous place. They won't hurt me since they know me. Irina, I see, and how long will it take you? Issei, I honestly don't know. But it won't be much. Irina, I see. I hope you come back soon. Issei, I will. The place is already filling up as I see it. Irina, yes. And since it's getting crowded, you want to go somewhere? Issei, no. We have to wait for the rest. Irina just nodded and they continued talking. After half an hour, everyone arrived. And the group approached Issei. Akira, we finally found them. Issei, wow, it took longer than I thought. Juliet, we had to get ready well. Issei, and they look cute. Blushing both girls. At that the whole group dispersed to go talk to their acquaintances, and Issei decided to walk through the halls until someone stopped him. I finally found you. Issei, so you're the girl who saw me that day. How do you know it was there? Issei, I could feel your aura. You don't hide it very well. I see, but since you know that, I want to propose something to you. Issei, I refuse. And what did you think I was going to ask you? Issei, very easy, Sigvaria Agars. You want me to be part of your entourage, right? Sigvaria, I see you're smart. Issei, maybe a little. And since you know my answer, I can go. Sigvaria, because you refuse to join my entourage. Issei, the answer is easy. I'll have mine soon. Sigvaria, you plan to enter that tournament? Issei, yes. Sigvaria, so you wish to die? Issei, because everyone tells me the same thing. Of course not. You'll see that I will win. Sigvaria, yes, of course. Putting on a half smile. Issei, how about we make a bet? If I win, you'll do something for me. Sigvaria, and if you lose, what would I win? You'd be a corpse. Issei, well, before I die I will surrender. And you will gain something, right? Sigvaria, sounds good. If I win, you'll join my entourage. Issei, fine, and if I win I'll tell you later. Issei just extends his hand and Sigvaria takes it. He was going to say something but someone interrupted them. Zephyrdor, but she's the Ice Queen. Sigvaria, what do you want? Don't you see that I'm busy? Zephyrdor, seriously. Talking to a measly human. Sigvaria, who I talk to is none of your business. Zephyrdor, you better speak to me politely. Sigvaria, you do not deserve such a right. Zephyrdor got angry and was about to say something but Issei got ahead of him. Issei, well, since you heard her you should go. Zephyrdor, you think you're such a big deal. As he walked towards Issei, he was already tired. Issei, stay still. Getting stiff. Zephyrdor, you made me a bucking human. Issei, I don't like people approaching me without my permission. Sigvaria, how did you do that? She said this in surprise since it was the first time she had seen such an ability. Issei just shrugged and left the place without saying anything. Sigvaria got a little upset but left too, leaving Zephyrdor standing. Issei, after walking for a while, runs into Seraphal. Issei, I haven't seen you in a while. Seraphal, it's true. You haven't gone again. Issei, Did you expect it to be? Seraphal, maybe? And tell me you'll go to the meeting with the leaders. Issei, I don't have much to do, so I'll head there right now, since soon the young devils will tell their dreams. Seraphal, yep. I have to go too. Issei, I see you there then. Leaving the place to the meeting room, when we arrived there was no one there yet. Then he sits down, and a few minutes pass until a magic circle appears. Issei, wow, it's Penemu-sensei. When she heard that voice, she was happy and went to him, giving him a big hug. Penemu, it's been a while since I saw you. Issei, true. But there are presents. Penemu, I know, don't pay attention to him. Azazel, hey. After a few seconds she separated from Issei. Penemu, and what are you doing here? Issei, my sisters brought me here against my will. Penemu, I see. Issei, and you already thought about my proposal. Azazel, what proposal are you talking about? Penemu then gives him a big blow to the face that leaves him embedded in the wall unconscious. Penemu, the answer is easy. Okay, I'll do it. So I'll be in your care. Issei, I'm glad to know that. Penemu, but from now on I'm your partner too. Whispering it in his ear. Issei, in the end I won. Penemu, yes. You are a strange but interesting person. That curiosity you caused in me led me to this. Issei, and you don't regret it. Penemu, this won't be fun at all. Issei just put on a half smile, and they talked for a few minutes until the others started to arrive. 11. All the leaders were present ready to begin. The two entourages were present as well. Issei didn't have much interest in that. He went to a corner and someone approached him. Griselda, hello Issei, it's been a while, right? Issei, yes it has. You've done well. Griselda, yes. And the tournament will start soon, are you ready? Issei, sure, the faster the better. I have things to do later. Griselda, what do you mean? Issei, I have to go on a trip. And I don't know how long it will take. Griselda, and where will you go? Issei, to a place where not many know. Griselda was going to ask again, but someone else arrived. Gabriel, this is the first time I've seen you talk to a man, Griselda. Griselda, he is one of the best students I have ever had. Issei, nice to meet you, Seraph Gabriel. My name is Hayata Issei. Gabriel, nice to meet you. Griselda, well, Issei, where are you going? Tell me the place. Issei, because I should. With a half smile. Issei realizes something. Issei, it can't be true. Griselda doesn't understand that answer and looks at Gabriel. Gabriel, this is the first time this has happened. Issei, I see. Gabriel, how do you hide it? How much do you keep? Issei, it's not good to be so curious, you know. And if you know about me, you might get scared. Gabriel, I've seen a lot of things, so I don't believe it. Issei, be sure. Gabriel just nods, and then Issei teaches him a little, and Gabriel was surprised when he saw it. Gabriel, how did you do it? Issei, we talked, and well, you already know the result. Griselda, I don't understand what they're talking about. Gabriel, Issei showed me who will be part of his future entourage. Griselda, and who are they? Gabriel, they are Penemu and Seraphal. Griselda was surprised when she heard that and looked at Issei, and he didn't say anything. Griselda, how did you do it? Issei, it was luck, I'd say. Griselda, what else did Lady Gabriel see? Gabriel, just that. He didn't want to show me anything else. You're bad. Making a pout. Issei, you should know that it's my personal life, right? Gabriel, I lost and I'm sorry. Issei, besides, if you see more you'll be scared like I said. And I don't want you to be afraid of me or other people. Gabriel, of course not. If you show me, I'll be in your group too. Issei was surprised for the first time, and Griselda's eyes almost popped out of her head in surprise. Issei, no kidding. Gabriel, I never joke. Issei, you know if heaven finds out that you'll also be in my group, everyone will want to kill me. Gabriel, don't worry, they won't. Griselda, think about it carefully. Gabriel, I've already made the decision, so it's okay. Issei just let out a sigh and accepted. At that, Gabriel smiles at him, and Issei shows him a bit of life in his other world. As the war has already killed people and a bit of its power. Gabriel was surprised when he saw all this. He couldn't believe it. Gabriel, you really did all that. But why did I never see you in battle? Issei, come closer. Gabriel listens to him, and Issei whispers something in his ear. Issei, as you saw, I fought for years. But I'm not from this dimension. I wanted to have a quiet life, and that's why I came to this one. You're the first person who knows that. Thus separating from her. Issei could see her face of surprise. After a few seconds she came out of the shock. Gabriel, I see. It's kind of exciting. Issei, maybe, but it's our little secret. Gabriel, I know. Putting on a smile, someone interrupts them. Griselda, you know, I'm still here, so I want to know. Issei, because I would. Griselda, because I'm also part of your group. Issei, but you said you didn't want to before. Griselda, that was before, but now that Lady Gabriel will be there too, I must follow her. Issei, I see. Then welcome back, my knight. Gabriel, I don't understand. At that, Issei gives him a brief summary of his bet. Gabriel, I see. I never thought you were going to lose, that's a surprise. Griselda, to be honest, I was even surprised. But now I'm back. At that, Issei approaches her and tells her the same thing as Gabriel, and she was surprised. Issei, it's a secret for now. I trust you just like the others, only they don't know yet. Griselda, so that's where you're going. Issei, yes, I want to see how things have progressed. Gabriel, I can go with you. It looks exciting. Issei, no. It's very dangerous, and in order not to attract attention I have to do a lot of things, and I don't want you to get into danger. Gabriel, okay. How long will it take you? Issei, we just met recently and we already talk like this. Gabriel, I worry about my friends. Issei, I see. And well, to answer your question, I don't know. After going there, I plan to go somewhere else to look for my companions. Maybe there they can accompany me. Gabriel, great, and thank you. I'll be waiting for that day. Issei, I see. May I ask you a favor? They both just nod. Issei, you can get behind me. They didn't understand, but they still listened. They went after him, and Griselda was going to ask, and then a part of the place exploded and Loki fell. Griselda, how did you know that? Issei, I could feel a presence. Gabriel, thank you for protecting us. Issei, I take care of my team. And friends. In that, the rest happened like the original story, locking up Loki. Surzek, Rias, are you sure you want to go? Rias, if we are ready, aren't we, guys? The group just nodded. Sona, I'll go too, I can't leave all this to Rias. Surzek, fine, but be careful. They both just nodded. Michael, Irina and Zenobia will keep you company for me. Odin, Roswise will go on my behalf and explain to them. She just nodded. With that, the meeting was over and the leaders had left, leaving only the group that was going on the mission. Gabriel, Griselda, Penemu and Seraphal also stayed talking to Issei. Gabriel, I hope we get along better in the future since we are going to work together. The other two were surprised and saw Issei. He just nodded. Penemu, how did you manage to convince Gabriel? Issei, the truth is that she came on her own. Gabriel, there are many interesting things with him. Penemu, I don't deny it. Seraphal, it's true, strange things await us with you. Issei, you can refuse. Seraphal, you're not getting rid of me that easily now. At that, Issei separated from the group so they could continue talking. Juliet, Issei, you will go with us. Issei, you can. There are several of you. Aika, come on Issei, we've never fought together. Issei, it will be for another time, don't worry. Aika, good. Issei, but don't worry, I'll be watching from afar and if something happens I'll go. They both just put on a big smile. That's when Irina approaches. Irina, Issei, you're not going to be right. Issei, no. But as I told the two of them, I'll be watching from afar, so show me your training. Irina, of course I will. You'll see how strong I've become. Issei, I know. Don't get too confident, that's the worst mistake you can make. Did you learn something from Kokobill's attack? Aika, if we never lower our lair. Juliet, we were overconfident at the beginning and we won't do it again. Issei, good. Then he pats the three of them on the head, and they leave to wait for the next day. The group was about to leave and the girls were saying goodbye to Issei. When they finished, everyone was teleported to the place. At that, Issei starts walking. Seraphal, Issei, where are you going? Issei, I'll go that way, don't worry, I'll come back later. Seraphal just nodded and left. Issei just snapped his fingers and was teleported to a place a little further away from the fight. Issei, do your best. Minutes passed and Loki left the pocket dimension and went on the attack just like the group. Issei was just watching with a smile as they were doing well. At that point he felt a very familiar presence and decided to go. Issei, hello Leify? The group heard that voice and turned around and were even more surprised than Leify. Vala was upset about last time. Arthur, how do you know my sister? Issei, it was a long time ago at the Magic Academy. Leify, he's a good friend of mine. Going along with it too. Kuroka, how could I not sense your presence? Issei, I know how to hide it well. You're Kaniko's sister, aren't you? Kuroka, how do you know that? Issei, they have a similar aura. Leify, Issei, what are you doing here? Issei, I came to greet you and well, I'll see if the others are doing well in battle. Biko, no offense, but what would you do? You barely have any magic. Leify, don't underestimate him. He's very strong. The group was shocked to learn that. Except for Vala. Vala, since you're here, it's time for me to get paid. Issei, I don't like to fight when it's unnecessary, better just stay still there. Vala ignored him and activated his mature. Issei just snapped his fingers. Nobody understood why he did it, but then they saw Vala fall to the ground. Arthur, what did you do to him? Issei, I just put him to sleep. It's too imperative, if he continues like this he'll die soon. Leify, it's amazing what you did without making magic circles or saying something. Issei, someday I will teach you. Leify, great. I'll be looking forward to that day. Issei, soon. Don't worry. Kuroka, what do you mean? Issei, when we were in the academy we promised that when someone got their evil pieces set first the other would be their partner. Everyone's eyes were wide open when they heard that. They all looked at Leify, and she just nodded. Arthur, Leify, why didn't you tell me anything about this? Leify, I had forgotten, and we just saw each other recently. And I never break a promise. Arthur, you must know that we are criminals now. Issei, don't worry, with me by my side no one will touch her. Making Leify blush a little at those words. Arthur, over my dead body you will take Leify. Issei, you sound like a jealous boyfriend. Arthur, I don't give a shit what you say. Leify, Onisama, I went with you to improve, but I also have a life. If I want to go, I will go. Kuroka, wow, this is your first time fighting. Leify, well that's because I always listen to him and this is the first time I've refused something. Arthur, you still won't go. Issei, from what I see, the battle is almost over. We'll see each other later, Leify, take care. Snapping his fingers again, he left the place. Vala suddenly woke up. Vala, what happened to me? Biko, well, that boy defeated you again. Vale, I swear I'll kill him when I see him again. Leify, that would be impossible, he is much stronger than you. Vale, yeah, sure, who cares about that? Leify didn't say anything and left the place, leaving the group. So time passed and the holidays were over and the group returned to the human world. Issei, Tiamat, because you hate Drake. Tiamat, he destroyed the only gift I had from my mother in his stupid war. Issei, I see. But why haven't you killed him since they're free? Tiamat, because he's your sister's friend and I don't want any problems. Besides, now there's you. And you're the most important thing now. Approaching Issei and giving him a hug. Issei, you are just as much to me as the rest. Tiamat, tomorrow the tournament starts, are you ready? Issei, if you don't worry. Tell me why you're not with the other girls. Tiamat, well, the truth is I don't know how to cook and I don't want to get in the way. Issei, I see. A few minutes passed, and there was a lot of food on the table. Issei, because there's so much of it. Juliet, well, tomorrow is the big day, so let it go with everything. Irina, it's for luck. I hope you like it. Aika, enjoy it. Issei just nodded and sat down like the rest. At that, everyone ate until Drake came out to do so. Night came and everyone was ready to sleep for the next day. The next morning, many headed to a large stadium to watch the tournament. Most of them were from houses A and S since the competitors were almost all from the other classes. Issei was waiting for his call since he was informed that he would be one of the first. Meanwhile, a group of girls were ready to support him in the stands. There were also 4 other girls supporting him in the VIP room. And Leify was watching the tournament on a hologram in his room. That's when Kuroka walks in. Kuroka, Leify, we have a mission. Leify, I won't go, I have something important right now. Kuroka, and what would that be? Leify, Issei is going to fight in the tournament in order to get his set of evil pieces. Kuroka got curious and decided to see too, but not before telling the rest that they wouldn't be going. While in the tournament, Penemu, it will be the first time he sees him fight. Griselda, we've seen very little of him. Seraphal, yeah, when he fought me he didn't show much. Gabriel, I'm surprised you won. Seraphal, Issei keeps a lot of his power. Griselda, he's good in all areas. I don't know what we'll see today. At that point they make the announcement calling the first 2 contestants. Announcer, okay. As you may know, killing is allowed since you signed up before entering the tournament. So surrendering is not allowed. Issei was going to face a reincarnated person from Case B. Reincarnated, I can finally get rid of you and then I can be with those 2. Issei, I see. He didn't want to talk because he didn't feel like answering her. In the stands. Sikvaria, the rules have changed. If that idiot loses, I'll be left without a strong person for my party. On the other side of the stands. Aika, I hope everything goes well for Issei. Juliet, of course he'll do well. You must know how strong he is. Irina, how exciting. At that point the presenter gave the signal and the reincarnated boy went on the attack first by summoning a sword. Issei just dodged it. Reincarnated, are you afraid of being hurt? Issei didn't say that, which made the other get upset and go on the attack. Issei, already bored, kicked him in the face, which sent him flying away. The reincarnated man got up angrily and went on the attack again. Issei, without doing much, punched him in the stomach, leaving him on the ground. Issei, goodbye. Issei just snapped his fingers, killing the reincarnated man, leaving a great silence. 13. The audience seeing such a technique caused everyone to fall silent, even Issei's girls. Issei just started walking towards the exit. Until the announcer declared Issei the winner. At that the girls came out of the shock screaming with joy. And little by little the others came out of the shock too and began to applaud. In the VIP room. Penemu, wow, that was great. Griselda, he did it with great ease. Seraphal, what does he keep so much? Gabriel, the truth is that Issei has already won this tournament. Penemu, I agree with you, Gabriel. From the first day he did that in my class, I knew he was strong. Seraphal, he just hides it very well. While two girls were in shock at what they saw. Kuroka, that was great how he did it. Leifi, I don't know. Kuroka, since you don't know if he was your partner. Leifi, he was very reserved in class and only did the basics that were asked of him. He didn't like to stand out so much. Lying since she knew almost nothing about Issei. Even she was surprised by what she saw and also excited since it was something new. The fights continued in the stadium. After about 4 hours, the first phase of the tournament was over. Issei was in his room since he would have to fight until the next day. Issei, I think I overdid it. I should have killed him in a different way. In the end, I already did it, all that's left to do is continue. As I closed my eyes, a few minutes later I heard the door slam open. And he opened his eyes. Issei, something's wrong. Aika, it's not obvious you left just after finishing. Irina, we were looking for you. Issei, well, I had already finished and I didn't feel like seeing the others. Juliet, Issei, how did you do that? Issei, I just passed by, I didn't think my rival would be so weak. Aika, or is it that you are very strong? Issei, maybe. But oh well, how did it end? Irina, the rest was boring, to be honest. Tomorrow you'll have to face someone from Class B. Issei, I see. Everyone in the class hates me. Irina, it's not because of them. Pointing to the two sisters. Issei, yes, but it's no problem. I can take care of it. Juliet, well, how about we go out to lunch to celebrate your first victory? Issei, good. At that, the group left the building. Several people looked at Issei for the demonstration he did last time. So the day went by. Everyone was at the tournament again shouting about the big fights that were happening, and then it was Issei's turn. Everyone fell silent when they saw him enter. The boy who fought against Issei was defeated without much difficulty, only this time Issei killed him without exposing much of himself. So the days passed until the final arrived. Everyone was excited because Issei killed them in a very different way in each fight. In the finals I had to fight against a senior from the A class. Irina, if Issei wins this time he will achieve what he set out to do. Aika, Issei always gets what he wants. Juliet, it was worth seeing. At that, the presenter gave the signal for both of them to enter. When they were face to face, the boy looked at Issei with a deathly face. Issei, you don't really like me, to say the least. Boy, no. You think you're such a big deal, so you know I'm close to a high-class devil. Issei, and who asked you that? That only made the boy upset. Boy, your tricks won't work on me. As far as I know, you're the brother of one of the most popular girls at the academy. Today they'll see how you fall. I'll make you suffer. Putting on a big smile. Issei just let out a big sigh. Issei, you know how to defeat yourself without doing anything. At that, Issei went further away so as not to continue listening to his nonsense. The referee gave the start signal and Issei just stood there with his arms crossed. The other one just went on the attack, but when he was close to Issei he started to bleed. Everyone was left with their mouths open when they saw that. Boy, what the hell did you do to me? Issei, I told you I would beat you without doing anything. At that, Issei begins to take a few steps, and the boy was scared to see him coming towards him, and began to back away. Issei stops and begins to create a fireball with black, scaring the boy and the public by the tremendous power that radiated. At that, Issei throws it at him, killing him instantly. The presenter, already accustomed to seeing how he won before, just gave the announcement. At that, many screams were heard. Issei, without giving it much importance, left the place. The next day he was called to the director's office, which would be Surzeka's. Surzek, as you know, the winner has the right to his set of evil pieces, no? Issei, yes. Surzek, okay, come with me. Issei just nodded at that. Surzek stood near him and created a magic circle going to the Underworld. While there, they appeared in Ajuka Castle. Surzek explains to him, and he already knows what to know. Ajuka, well, to start I want you to create a ball with your power that is the size of a golf ball. Issei just nods and concentrates a bit of his power. Between black and red, surprising Ajuka a little with such pure power. With that he goes to his laboratory, leaving Issei alone like that since Surzek had gone somewhere else. Issei, well, I think I'll leave tomorrow. I hope the girls don't get upset. At that he closed his eyes since he had nothing to do. So the 2 hours passed, and then Ajuka woke up Issei giving him his pieces. Issei just thanks him and leaves the place even though he is in the magical world, taking the path to the Leviathan mansion. On his way he took out the king piece. The pieces were transparent, and inside was his power that moved. Issei, not bad. Putting on his piece. He arrives at the mansion a few minutes later, knocking on the door. A maid opens the door and guides him to Serafal's workroom. Upon arriving, the maid knocked and made the announcement. Serafal let Issei in. Serafal, what brings you here, Issei? Issei, I came to see my partner. Serafal, so you already have them? Issei, yes. You still have time, you know. Serafal, and like I said before, I'm not going to go that easy. Issei just puts on a half smile and takes out a pawn piece. As she entered Serafal, she felt like she felt twice as strong. Serafal, I feel better than ever. Issei, I'm happy for you. Well, I have to look for the others and well, we'll see each other someday. Serafal, it's not because of the trip. Issei, yes. Serafal, we barely become partners and you already abandon your group. Issei, next time, you're coming with me. So get ready. Serafal, okay. At that point she approaches Issei and gives him a kiss on the cheek. Serafal, for luck. Issei, I would have liked more, you know where. Serafal, if you come back quickly I will. Issei just smiles and leaves the place. Appearing at the academy, he searches for the aura of the others. Finding Penemu in his office like that. When he arrives, he knocks on the door and lets him in. Penemu, you surprised me for coming on a Saturday. Issei, maybe, but I also came for something else. Penemu, so that day came. The one we talked about when we first met. Issei, yes. At that Penemu gets up from her seat and sits on Issei's legs. Penemu, go ahead, dear. From now on we will be together. Issei just smiles at him and takes out another pawn and trains it in Penemu. Penemu, and when will our adventures begin? Issei, when I get back. At that Penemu gets closer to Issei's rotor, giving him a kiss. Penemu, I hope you come back soon. Issei, I'll try. At that Penemu gets up just like Issei. At that Issei leaves the place. Finding Griselda's aura in the training camp. Issei, hello Griselda. Griselda, so the day came. In the end I stayed in your group. Issei, I know. You could call Gabriel. Griselda just nods and creates a magic circle, and minutes later it appears. Then he brings out another pawn and a knight. Gabriel, I hope you have a late trip. Issei, I'll try. Gabriel just puts on a smile and approaches Issei and gives him a kiss on the cheek. Issei, as I told Serafal, I would have liked it somewhere else. Gabriel, maybe when you get back. Griselda, Lady Gabriel, you are serious. Gabriel, he's the only one who has treated me well, and I can see that he's a good person, and you don't deny it either. Griselda turned red at the last thing. Griselda, when you come back, okay. Issei, okay. See you girls. He snaps his fingers and appears in a forest, calling out to Leifi. Minutes later he was arriving. Leifi, I haven't seen you in a while. Issei, I know. And tell me you didn't get into trouble with your brother. Leifi, not at all. I'm a bit older now, you know. Issei, I can see it, and tell me, are you ready? Leifi, of course. At that Issei approaches her and gives her a bishop, thus entering as well. Issei, when I get back from my trip you'll have to go to the academy with me. Don't worry, I'll clean up your history. Leifi, I'll be ready. I'll train these days, now I feel stronger. Issei from a pocket dimension takes out a book and gives it to Leifi. When she sees it, she puts on a big smile and has stars in her eyes. Issei, I hope this helps. Leifi, of course. At that point she approaches Issei and gives him a kiss on the cheek. Issei, as I said before, I would like to be somewhere else. Leifi, it's not the time yet, maybe later. She said it all red? Issei, I'll be waiting for that day. Stroking her hair as she smiled and hugged the book. At that Issei left the place, appearing in his room. The girls were waiting for him and made him dinner and talked. So the night passed. The next day Issei was saying goodbye to the three girls. Issei, Drake, take care of them. Drake, count on me. Issei just nods and approaches the girls and gives each one a kiss. Then he leaves the academy and goes to the park. Issei, well, we'll see each other later. In that he opens a portal and trained in it. Issei had entered the portal. While he was in it, Issei, well, since I'm going to my old world I should try to have a normal life there too. That's where it comes to an end. The time has finally come. What will I call you? Watching the baby. Issei, hi to Issei. The woman was surprised when she heard that. He will continue to be called that since he got used to the name. In that Issei takes the height of a 17-year-old boy. Issei, so you are my mother, nice to meet you. What is your name? My name is Isabella. Issei, I see, and where is my father? Upon hearing that, she lowered her head. Issei, something happened, right? Isabella, he passed away a year ago. There were some problems and they came and well, he defended us. I was about to lose you. Issei, I see, sorry about that. Approaching her and giving her a hug. Isabella only reciprocated. Issei became kinder as he spent time in the other dimension. Issei, well, now we'll be together for a while. Isabella, what is that about a while? Issei, I'll have to go eventually. Isabella, that's impossible. You'll never leave me. Giving him a hug. Issei didn't say anything for a moment. Issei, how many years have passed since the death of the Demon King? Isabella, like 2,000 years. Issei, I see. As he closed his eyes and thought. Issei, it's been a while, as I see. A few days passed, and Issei read in some books everything that had happened. It was night time and Issei was in his room reading a book. Issei, they have become very weak with each passing year. Just then an owl came and gave him a letter. Issei, so the generation of chaos. So there's an academy for the future Demon King. The Demon King Academy. The next day Issei was having breakfast with his mother until Issei speaks. Issei, I'll be heading to the capital. Isabella dropped her spoon upon hearing that. Isabella, because. At that Issei takes out the letter and shows it to her, and she sees what it is about. Isabella, I'll go with you. Issei, I knew you'd say that. We're leaving in 2 days. Isabella, that's good. He gets up from his seat and hugs Issei, who just kept eating. Days passed and they had arrived in the city and settled in. Issei, well, see you later. Isabella, have a nice day. So Issei leaving the house and going to the academy. Then he walked for a while, arriving at a bridge, where he saw a letter on the ground and picked it up. Thank you? At that Issei looks up and is surprised at who he sees. Issei, Juliet. She was surprised by how he called her. Issei, sorry, it's a mistake. Alright. Issei, my name is Hayata Issei, my pleasure. My name is Misha Necron. Issei, I see, I hope we get along. Extending his hand. Misha just takes it. At that point, the rest of the exam goes the same as in the anime. Issei, it wasn't that bad. Misha, yes. Issei, you want to go to my house for dinner to celebrate. Misha, thank you. At that, Issei extends his hand. Misha, I can use flight magic. Issei, we won't be flying. Misha, without understanding, takes his hand and Issei snaps his fingers and they are teleported, appearing in his house, surprising Misha. At that point they both enter the house. Issei, I'm back. At that point the mother came out of the kitchen and was surprised to see that he came with company. Isabella, who is your friend? Issei, it's Misha Necron. Misha, nice to meet you, sorry for the inconvenience. Isabella, okay. Let's go to dinner. In that the three go to the dining room and serve Issei something that he liked when he got there. Issei, thanks for the food. Isabella, I did it to celebrate your entry into the academy. Issei, I see, thanks. Isabella, and how did it go for both of you? Issei, it wasn't that bad. Misha, well, thanks for asking. And so it continued just like the story? I won't describe much of the story since you already know it, I'll only tell you the important things. It was the first day and Issei was looking at himself in the mirror. Issei, I don't know if it's luck or what. But it's the same uniform. In part it's better, I like it. So she left home and went to the academy. When she arrived she could see her friend and the red uniforms. Issei, why do they wear red uniforms, Misha? Misha, because they are noble. In Issei's mind. Issei, the nobles again. So both entering the academy. Issei, Misha, do you know the name of the Demon King? Misha, yes, but we can't say it without permission. Issei, you just have to think about it. Misha, the Demon King of the Avars Dilhevia tyranny. Issei, Avars. Misha, yes. Issei, someone in exchange for everything that happened in these 2,000 years. Then the teacher arrives. I'm Amelia Rudwell and I'll be your tutor for this time. First, let's divide up the groups. I'm accepting volunteers to be group leaders. At that, some nobles raised their hands and so did Issei. Surprising everyone. Amelia, Issei-kun, you are a white uniform and half-bloods cannot be leaders. Issei, and if I improve that spell I can. Amelia, go ahead. At that he gets up from his seat and improves the spell without leaving the teacher without options and accepts, leaving many surprised. Then someone approaches them. So you have a friend, good for you, Misha. Issei, Aika. I think you're confused, my name is Sasha Necron. Issei, sorry, you look like someone I know. Sasha, well, what does it matter? Sit back and be happy, I'll let my group be. Issei, I'm fine like this. You can go. Sasha, I see. You have someone protecting you now, Misha. Misha, he's my friend. Sasha, good for you. At that point he activates his Eye of Destruction. Cracks begin to form there, and Issei gets up from his seat and activates his own. Scaring Sasha. Sasha, how is that possible? Issei, you have potential. But you're still lacking. How about you join my group so you can be together? Sasha, never. With that, he left the place. It was already time to leave and Issei and Misha were on their way to the house. At that point Sasha stops them. Issei, you changed your mind. Sasha, I challenge you, whoever fails the test next week will do whatever they want with the other. Issei, that's fine by me. But if I win, you'll join my group. Sasha, fine, but if I win you join mine. Issei just nods. The rest went by like history, with Issei emerging as the winner, giving his rival a great beating. Issei was in his room reading a little. Issei, what a coincidence that they are also sisters. Only these two don't get along very well. Letting out a sigh and going about his business.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.